An elephant give birth to a baby elephant only, not other animal, right? A mango seed will form a mango plant only, not other plant. Even the human babies resemble their parents, not some other animal. The human baby is not resembling a, what is that, a gorilla or a chimpanzee, right? Now you may have a doubt, why sir is speaking this? Because here I'm going to discuss with you the seventh unit of second PUC, that is genetics and evolution. Under this unit, genetics and evolution, there are three chapters which are very important for both your boards exam as well as for your competitive exam, both NEET as well as CET. Okay, especially when you speak about NEET, okay, it is the second highest ranked unit in the entire NEET. First highest question you will get from the physiology. First it is the human physiology and plant physiology. After that you can expect maximum number of questions from genetics and evolution topic or the unit. Under this unit there are three chapters are there. The first one is that I have written here, principles of inheritance and variation is the first chapter in that. Second one is molecular basis of inheritance, and the third one is evolution. Now let me first begin with the unit or the chapter, principles of inheritance and variation. What exactly we are studying here? As I had already quoted three examples, that is a elephant giving birth to a baby elephant only, not other animal. A mango seed germinate into a mango plant only, not other plant. These are the first two lines by which your chapter begins. That means in the next around 8 to 9 hours which I am going to engage for this particular chapter, where we are discussing about what? Inheritance and the concept of variation under the branch of biology called what? Genetics. Then what is genetics? It is the branch of biology which deals with the study of principles of inheritance and variation. Nothing but the heading of the chapter itself, the definition of genetics, or even you can define it as it is the branch of biology which deals with the study of heredity and variation. Deals with the study of what? Heredity and variation. Here instead of inheritance I am using the term heredity. Now the question is whether both means the same. Remember the definition or the meaning of heredity is, it is the process of, it is the transmission of a genetic character from parents to their offspring. What is heredity? Write down. Heredity is the transmission of genetic character, not good character, bad character. Here I am speaking about what kind of character? Genetic character. Sometime what you will do? You will compare yourself, especially in this pandemic lockdown situation, all are free in the house, right? You will sometime compare yourself with your mom and dad, with your grandfather, grandmother, and you will make a comment that yes, my nose is looking like my mom, right? My eyes looking like my grandfather, the height from the looking like my dad. This is how you compare. So such kind of character I am going to discuss here, not the good character, bad character, other things. Keep that in mind. So it is the transmission of genetic character from whom to whom? From parents to their progeny or offspring is called heredity. Clear? It is called heredity. Then the question is, what is inheritance? What is inheritance? Inheritance is the process The process involved in the transmission of genetic character. Try to understand. Heredity is the transmission of character from parents to offspring. How it is transmitted? There is some process, right? That process involved, the process of, write down the definition, the process of transmission of genetic character from parents to their offspring is called inheritance. Don't forget to mention the term process. The process which is involved, that is what we call inheritance. Now the question is, what is variation? Here in the entire chapter, we are going to focus on inheritance and variation, even nothing but we will use here and there the term heredity. Now the question is, what do you mean by variation? See, if you observe a son and a daughter, or the two kids, or I can say siblings, right? Anna Tamma, Akka Tangi. If you observe them, whether the siblings look similar, me and my sister, even though both of we are the products of the same parent, but still we are not resembling each other. There is a difference between me and my sister, right? Now, likewise, even I am a product of my parent, I am a product of my mom and dad, but still I am not exactly resembling my parents. A offspring is not exactly resembling its parent, right? There is a difference. So try to understand what is variation. Name itself tells the degree of difference. Write down the degree of difference. The degree of difference. Underline the degree of difference found between yara middle iruva vyathyasa, degree of difference found between parents and their offspring. Okay, we are not, I am not exactly same as my mom and dad, even though I am their product. There is a difference, right? Degree of difference between parents and their offspring. Continue. As well as between the siblings. Between the siblings, even though the siblings, brother sister, brother, right, even though they are the products of the same parent, but still they are not resembling each other, except the case of twins. Leave that case. In general I am speaking about, right? That difference we are calling it as variation. So throughout in this chapter, we are trying to find out the answer for what exactly the reason behind variation, why the parents and progeny are not exactly same. Other answer now nodlike try ಮಾಡುವ. Meanwhile, how a genetic character from a parent to offspring, it is inherited. What is the mechanism involved in it? Okay, when we raise this question, many scientists try to find answer for this. Many have proposed their own theories, their own hypothesis for the concept of inheritance variation. Majority of them got rejected. The only one with scientific proof, the evidence was accepted. Okay, rest all got straight away, what happened? They got rejected. Anyhow, a scientist by name William Bateson coined the term genetics. The term genetics was coined by whom? William Bateson, and he is known as father of modern genetics. Mark it as a neat point. This is the basic and the important neat point. He is known as the father of modern genetics. Who is the name? Scientist name? William Bateson. Later, one more famous personality you might be knowing about him. His name is Gregor John Mendel. Gregor John Mendel, an Austrian monk, not Australia, Austria, Austria, Austrian monk, Austrian sannyasi, right? He is known as father of what? Father of genetics. So any confusion in the NEET? Who is father of modern genetics? Bateson. Who is father of genetics? Mendel. Or he is also known as father of classical genetics. Okay, because he put the foundation for the concept of genetics or inheritance and variation. He is referred as what? Father of classical genetics or father of genetics. Mendel, born and brought up in a very poor family, his parents were farmers. In spite of poverty, he was able to get sound of education. ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇತ್ತು ಅವರಿಗೆ, but finally he was able to get a little education. He later joined as a monk in a monastery, ಒಂದು ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ಅವರ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, he there joined as a monk there. Later he got an opportunity to do his higher studies. In higher studies, he mainly studied the subjects like mathematics, biology, chemistry, plant physiology was his favorite subjects. Okay, what he studied during his higher studies. And during that period, he got lot of ideas. Later, he applied those ideas, what he learnt on the plant. By selecting one plant, he performed lot of experiments and tried to find out the answer for the reason behind inheritance and variation, or I can say the principle involved in inheritance and variation. He performed several what? Experiments. ಅವನ higher education complete ಆದ ಮೇಲೆ experiment ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. He worked between 1856 to 1863 on about 7 years. Okay, due to many other reasons he couldn't continue his work. He worked just for 7 years from 1856 to 1863 by selecting a plant called, his favorite experimental organism was the pea plant, the garden pea plant or the edible pea plant. What is the scientific name? Do you remember that? Pisum sativum. Pisum sativum, or it is called common name garden pea plant, what you call Vatanigida or the Batanigida, right? He selected Pisum sativum for his experiment in his garden. He worked for 7 years, okay, and he proposed various laws and hypotheses. And he is a very famous few laws include, you might be knowing about law of dominance, law of segregation, law of independent assortment. ನೀವು 10th ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇವೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನ ಇಷ್ಟು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವನು ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅನ್ಫಾರ್ಚುನೇಟ್ಲಿ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ಅಪ್ ಟು 1900 ಮೆಂಡಲ್ಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ರಿಮೇನ್ಡ್ unrecognized. Okay, his work remained unrecognized up to 1900. His work was not published everywhere, not accepted by many scientists. There are many reasons behind it. One reason is the communication was a very big problem that time. What about today? Even though there is lockdown now, right? If a principal put a message that so and so class is there, you will be very much alert and you will sit in front of the writer, that gadget, to see the video, to listen the lecture. But that period of time, communication gap was there. Many other reasons are there that also I will discuss with you. But remember, up to 1900, Mendel's work remained unrecognized. His different laws were not accepted. Even his concepts, like you might be remembering about monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, ivellu enaglilla, accept aglilla. 1900 onward, 3 scientists, they restarted independently the Mendel's work. That time Mendel was not there. whatever work he done on Pisum sativum, right, ಆ 7 years ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದಾನೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ನೀಟಾಗಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ ಅವನು. he maintained a neat record of it. 1900 onward, three scientists independently restarted the work of Mendel. What Mendel did, the same thing, the rediscovery was done by the three personalities. Who are they? They are one fellow by name, Karl Correns, one more fellow, Hugo de Vries, and one more personality, Erich von Schemag. So practice along with me, very important. Okay, the three scientists, Karl Correns, Hugo de Vries, Erich von Schemag. If you find to remember this one, leave this one, at least von Schemag. These three rediscovered the Mendel work. They gave recognition to the work of the Mendel, and these three scientists are known as, write down, rediscoverers of Mendel's law. ಈ ಮೂರು ಜನರನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ ನಾವು? ರೀಡಿಸ್ಕವರರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಂಡಲ್ಸ್ ಲಾ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಟುಡೇ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಸೋ ಈಸಿಲಿ. We are able to understand it in a very simple way. Okay, it is because of the effort of, I agree, I am not discouraging the effort of Mendel. His work definitely formed a basic for the entire study, over which the rediscovery was done by the three personalities. Because of these three personalities, right, the Mendel's work and the basics of the principles of inheritance and variation was widely published, which is today possible to understand it easily, and we have solution for it. Is that clear? This is a brief history of the research. Now let me repeat once again. I told you already, Mendel worked for a period of a short span of 7 years from 1856 to 1863, right, by selecting which one? Pisum sativum, or the garden pea plant. My question is, why he selected garden pea plant only? Why not coconut or areca nut? Don't say that, sir, in England it was not, or in the Austria it was not available. In 10th you have studied this, and I hope you remember that. Mark it as a 2-mark question. Write down the subheading, reason to select Pisum sativum. Mark it as a 2-mark question. Okay, reason to select. Why he didn't select other plant? Why he selected only Pisum sativum? The first reason is it is easy to cultivate. The first main reason is it is easy to cultivate. The area required for the cultivation is very small. Okay, as plants are small, area required for the cultivation is also very small. Plants are small, and hence area required is what? Area required is very less, right? That is the main thing. Another thing is they are easy to cultivate. In the garden they are very easy, no need of any special treatment is required, special care is required for them. That's why he selected this plant. Another reason is availability of, you learnt it already, availability of various characters. Okay, availability of various contrasting characters. Do you remember some of the characters in the Pisum plant which are clearly visible? Seed shape, right? Round seed, wrinkled seed. Stem height of the plant, tall plant, dwarf plant, flower color, flower position, right? Seed shape, seed color, pod shape, pod color are the various what characters which was clearly visible identifiable. That is the another reason why he selected which one? Pisum sativum. Both self and cross pollination, both self and cross pollination are easily possible. So what is the another reason? You can do it very easily, self pollination as well as cross pollination. That is the another reason why he selected which one? The Pisum sativum. One more reason is life cycle is very short. This is also very important. It matters. Adara jeevitavadi is very short. Life cycle is very short. Life cycle include birth, the last phase death. In between there is reproduction, right? You know, the successful breeding, successful feeding is the only what? Aim of an organism. Any organism. It might be a plant or a animal, whatever it may be. So from birth to death, in between there is a phase in the life cycle called reproduction. After reproduction, they are able to continue their generation. Right? So they can continue generation. So reproduction is very important. So remember, life cycle is very short. They quickly become mature, able to undergo reproduction, produce their next generation. So what is the benefit? If life cycle is very short, what is the benefit for you geneticist? The benefit is result can be got quickly. Result can be got quickly. Okay, you need not to wait for years and years, months and months together, right? We can get the results very quickly. Mark it as a 2 mark. Here I have made 5 points, but you have to answer all 5. Make them, condense them 4. The first 2 are 1 point, second, third and the 4. All these points are very important. So what are the reasons to select Pisum sativum? They are easy to cultivate. My dear students, throughout, remember, for the next 9 to 9.5 hours, what we are discussing, ಹೇಗೆ parents in the character next generation ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, character next generation ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ವಾ, right? Parents and offspring are not exactly same. Siblings are not exactly same. ಇಬ್ಬರ ಮಿಡ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ there is variation, there is difference. When we ask this question, many scientists try to find the answer. Their theories, hypothesis got rejected, and the man who becomes successful is Gregor John Mendel. ಹೇಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, to prove that he selected not an animal, he selected a plant called Pisum sativum. Why he selected only Pisum when other plants or trees are available? This is a very important 2 mark question. Plants are very small, hence area required for their cultivation, please add the term cultivation, is very less, and are, continue the line, and are easy to cultivate. Point number 2, availability of various character. So here we are speaking about what? Genetic characters. So characters also matter a lot. Both self and cross pollination, reproduction is very important to get its next generation. Next generation siglilla anta helidre, you cannot continue your research, you cannot answer the 2 questions. Clear? And even life cycle is very short. So what is the advantage of short life cycle is we can get the results very quickly. And remember a neat point, or a very important point, which was not known to your friend Mendel, but we know that. Okay, the post-Mendelian research says that it's a 2n is 14. Please mark it as very important. Okay, it's a 2n is 14. What about your 2n? It is 46 alwa. Adre idara 2n is just 14. Chromosome number is very very less. Adre ee vishaya Mendelige ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಮೆಂಡಲ್ಸ್ ಜಮಾನ ದಿಸ್ ವಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈಡ್, ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ವರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈಡ್. Is that clear? So for the next 9 to 9.5 hours, throughout, don't get diverted in between. We are just focusing on what is the principle behind inheritance and variation under the branch of biology called genetics, where the meaning of heredity is transmission of genetic character from parents to their offspring. The process involved in the transmission we call inheritance, and the degree of difference found in the genetic character between parents and offspring, between sibling, is called what? Variation.